Today's story is titled A Man with the Face of a Lion by Mackerel165. The link to the story is in the description below. Please enjoy. Many centuries ago, there lived a man, Johann Bernholt. A man descended from elites, knights, and scholars. They say when he was born, he burst from his mother's womb with a mighty roar that shook the walls and made wildlife perk. Whether it be of curse or blessing, Johann was born with the face of a lion, sharp eyes and teeth with a wide bridged nose, a mouth that opened beyond what an otherwise human skull would allow. His mother interpreted him as a demon and soon died from shock. His father took it as a blessing, the might of a lion. Johann grew up with the best tutors, mastered the arts, mastered music, mastered sports of the era, knew history and literary works like the back of his hand, highly intelligent, highly athletic, highly capable. Truly a Renaissance man. His peers trembled in fear at him. Those eyes moved in calculated ways. The baring of teeth made babies scream. Many of the locals followed his mother's beliefs of Johann being a demon, a scourge, an omen. His great and powerful father was able to quell through means of money and means of force. Johann picked up on these draconian qualities of his father, believing all must bow to him, and there was no force greater than that of the church that could stop him or his family. Until he met a woman he loved. Katerina, a woman of equal power to his. She was sharp, swift, thoroughly, and beautiful. He had never been so enamored. He never felt so seen by someone who had only ever shot him glances. Katerina was like a bird, free and bold. Johann would come to obsess over Katerina, following her from place to place, starting a conversation when he could with her, even showing at her family home beyond daylight. Katerina tried politeness initially, but with the building and building of the obsession, she only got angrier and angrier. As she walked home one night, Johann not far, she decided it was time for this to stop. "Johann, you must leave me alone," she commanded.
"Why, my love? Is something the matter?" he asked her.
"Love is something that is shared. I have none for you, and you gift all to me. I refuse to engage in your game anymore," she asserted. Johann's face twisted into something feral, a face he tried so desperately to make appear human, something akin to his father's, had now fully revealed the beast within.
"You refuse a man like me? You refuse a lion!"
he snarled, grasping her wrist hard, her face only inches from the open maw of porcelain razors. Katerina stared nervously but bravely in what was surely the jaws of death. "If to refuse you is to accept death, I refuse you gladly," she barked. Johann let out that earth-shattering roar he had not voiced since birth. He body-slammed Katrina onto the ground, pinning her hands and legs with his own. He tore into her face with white daggers, shredding her face as though it was a knife through butter, but with the appearance of soaked cloth. The next morning, the people awoke to the horror of a woman they would never know to be Katrina, impaled on top of the steeple of the church. There was no face, there was no skull, only what could be compared to a calcium bowl holding a brain attached to a human neck. From then on, women out too late would be gone. Any woman found, rarely identified. Any recognizable smile or set of eyes were pried off the vessel of the soul. It was soon realized it was the man with the face of a lion. "What other beast could do this?" one local remarked.
"I've seen less damage done to my sheep from wolves,"
another local added. The people gathered one night and chased the lion-faced man down, running and running. The crunching of leaves and twigs through the forest. The symphony of angered voices and the distant growls of what barely remained a man. They chased him as though he was a shadow running from the daylight. The man became more feline with each hurried step. Claws and ears of a lion forced their way out of his body, as though they were being purged rather than grown. His father could not even defend him, and became a drunk that night, as he heard the people track his son into the woods. The people never found him. They found carcasses of wolves and deer along with his shredded clothes, but like the victims, the man had simply vanished. They say you can still hear his growls if you sit quietly enough in the night. He's out there somewhere. A man with a lion face lives for the day he can slaughter women like prey again. I will be ready for that day. For Katerina.